Okay. What's up? How y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing tonight? Yeah. We chilling, we vibing, man. Welcome back. Xana Vegas Live, welcome back. What's going on, man? I really appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. We're gonna be coming with a lot of live stuff, a lot of live stuff, man. And we got all different kind of topics, man. We just talk about anything, man. You know what I'm saying, man? Yeah, man. Yeah, I appreciate y'all. But before we get started, man, I wanna say thank you, man. It's gonna be a journey. I'm glad y'all tuning back in. It's gonna be a journey. And I also want to say, please like, share, and comment. Your thoughts and feelings on it. If you feel, opposing or you agree, just comment on it, man. Let me know what's happening, man. You know what I'm saying? But y'all like that introduction song? Yeah, that's one of the classics. The great Tina Turner, man. Man, that song right there within itself, man, it speaks volumes, you know what I'm saying, and amazing volumes that I don't think some of the volumes have even been taught. You know what I'm saying? What is love got to do with it? God damn, that's just a thought in itself. Blow your mind. You know what I'm saying? With all the trauma and pain these relationships bring. You know what I'm saying? But, you got to keep your head strong, stay strong, stay alive and stay alert. You know what I'm saying? It gets me every time, man. It gets me every time. But, hey, today's topic is, I want to do a little twist off the song. What's love got to do with it? And, the topic is, what is sex got to do with it? You know what I'm saying? Of course, everybody loves sex. Sex sells. You know what I'm saying? Sex sells. It does. It made a plenty of money out the pornography industry. That's like $1 billion industry. You know what I'm saying? But what does sex have to do with it? You know what I'm saying? Like, when you in a relationship with someone, I know a lot of people say that their values, are not based around, the sex, and then some people say, if the person not good in bed, then, they really got to do away with the relationship. They don't want the relationship, you know what I'm saying? And the relationship really don't work, according to them. So, I'm just saying, what does sex have to do with it, man? How you feel about the situation? You could like, comment, and share. Please do. But we're gonna dive into the topic, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you some of my, some of my mind, on how I think on it. You know what I'm saying? Cause I do a lot of thinking. I'm a great thinker. But anyway, what does sex do for you? Is it really pleasuring? Sure, we all love sex. We all love sex. We all love to get off that nut. Feel like we, relieve ourselves of pressure. A lot of stress. It is, surrounded. Around the stress and relieving stress and all that, type of stuff. But is it really pleasuring though? Because sometimes when you have sex with someone, and you be done got that nut off, you feel totally different. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I don't really want to be riding this motherfucker right now. You know, you want to be like, I gotta go, you know, something like that. Like, I don't want this motherfucker to touch me. And I roll over, I'm gonna go to sleep, and motherfucker better not touch me. You know, it's a lot of things. You know, a lot of things. You know, people feel a lot of way about a lot of different things. Ain't no telling. But what the sex does for you, is it really pleasuring? You know, I find my greatest, you know, pleasure when I create things. Um, it's not when I get a good job or you know go work and slave or something like that. It's but when I create things like when I started a garden about 2 3 years ago. Um, whenever I really I started with my grandma, but when I started doing it by myself, it was about 2 years ago. 2 years ago. All right. As I cultivated the land, and I actually you know did the rows, got the rows right, and planted the seeds, and to see my stuff grow, that was very pleasuring. I never got that the pleasure uh that brought to me. You know what I'm saying? Like that really put me in another spot where I felt like you know I really accomplished something. I really did something. You know what I'm saying? And it just made me feel a way that I never felt before because that's something I did. That's something I put my time into, and it was something that actually flourished. Now last year I didn't do so great with my gardening. Well, really because of scheduling, because my schedule was kind of off, and some of the days I didn't, you know, tend to it that I should have because of my schedule. Excuse me. But other than that, though, you know, it was really pleasuring because actually my watermelon grew last year. Um, they didn't grow the year before, but they grew last year, and it was just exciting to me to see that happen and see that actually, you know, come into fruition and actually, you know, taking place, you know, and I did that, you know, and it was very pleasuring to me, but I haven't felt like that with sex though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but I love sex. I love sex. I think I'm top tier at it. I do. I think I'm top tier at it. But you know, it just don't bring the feeling that you know if I was to go create something or something like uh the first time I made a beat, it was a bullshitty beat, but you know I was very excited. I was very happy that I made the beat. But I mean I done ran into a few chicks where I'd be like, damn, I'm glad I done hit that. You know what I'm saying? I hit that. I'm glad. You know that was some good stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it was never that feeling that actually gave me, you know what I'm saying? Like, wow, I really accomplished some shit. Like, you know, it wasn't that pleasuring. You know, and sometimes you have to look at the pleasuring. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you might be too excited when you finally do get something, and then now, you know, you too excited. You might, you know, come early or yeah. I mean, anything might happen. You just never know. Um, but the thing is though is it's like sex is addictive, but it's not when you think about it because sex sells. You know what I'm saying? But if you actually think about it, then it wouldn't because you would think different about it. And I'm only saying this because, you know, I feel like sex is only for reproduction. You know what I'm saying? To be, creative, create some shit like a baby, next generation, stuff like that. That's how I feel, like sex should be only done to that. Because once you get old, and you know really had a lot of sex, that sex is not gonna be the main source of your relationship. It's gonna be the bond that y'all built over those years, and that's what's gonna keep y'all together. You know what I'm saying? The sex ain't. The sex is gonna slowly fade away. But then what do you got after the sex? You know what I'm saying? What does sex got to do with it? Again, I'm back at the point. What does it got to do with it? I can go out here and fuck a million bitches. I mean, I'm gonna reframe that. I can go out here and fuck a million women. But what does sex got to do with it? None of them women gonna make me feel. Well, I can't say that because it depends on where they head at. You know what I'm saying? But that also brings to the next point, like, why, go sticking in every shouter that you meet or might see when, you ain't really building nothing there, because the sex is gonna, it's gonna fade. It's gonna fade. You're not gonna be able to get it up 80 years of your life. I know most people wish that, but you might be on a lot of medication. And if you're on medication, a lot of it, you really gonna shorten your years. You know what I'm saying? Because the medication really ain't for that. You know what I'm saying? For you to take constantly and constantly and constantly. Especially when your body is, getting older and older and older, it's not gonna be able to take all that. You know what I'm saying? So you really have to look at other things, to actually, implement in a relationship that, you could actually hold on to forever. And money's not the source of it neither, because, money just causes, a lot of other problems, which we will get to that later. But the topic is, what does sex have to do with it? But I honestly think that, when you got a connection with someone, and a connection is real deep, the sex is always better anyway. I don't care what you say, you can fuck a million bitches and all of them bitches will be fantasies of yours. You know what I'm saying? But until you got that real connection, that real bond with someone, the sex is just gonna be mediocre. You know what I'm saying? You have to dive into that person and basically, really, get to know them and get, deep with them and build that deep bond where you could finish their sentences, some shit. It's always better that way, and I always thought it was better that way. I just didn't never look at it that way because of sex sells, man. Sex sells. And growing up, I was never taught like that, so I kind of ventured off, and one day, I really thought about it because, I was trying to figure out some things within my life, that I could change and keep, my name down. Oh, that's funny, man. But you know, I just wanted to you know, change some things within my life, man. And I thought about it. I was like, man, I mean, like, what the fuck does sex have to do with it? Like, even if we in a relationship and we having sex, I mean, even if we not in a relationship and we having sex, you know, you shouldn't. I mean, say we together or nothing like that. I mean, it sex. It don't have nothing to do with it. Now, when you actually come to agreement with you and your other counterpart, and y'all actually bonding together and stuff like that, then sex got a lot to do with it. But then again, though, if that was the case, you know, if it'll be a lot of coaching if that person, you know, isn't good, you know, they feel comfortable enough for letting you, you know, to explore with you on some things. But they gotta feel it in themselves, because a lot of people how would I say this? They feel attacked. They feel offended when you know you try to coach them on something that they think they good at, but they really not good at. You have to be coachable. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of different, you know, areas. That's why they did 50 Shades of Grey. It's a lot of different areas that will fall within those lines if we was to talk about that. But then again, though, what does sex have to do with it? Me personally, I think it's nothing. You know, until you find that one person that you really feel like you got a bond with, and you know the feeling is very mutual, that's when sex matters. Other than that, it don't matter. But even then, though, it's gonna sound like a contradiction. When you do have that bond, sex don't matter, but it does matter. And I'm gonna break down what I'm saying, and I'm gonna let you go. All right, the reason why it don't matter is because whether or not the sex is good or bad, there's always a bond. And why it does matter is because if the bond is just right, you can coach them. One more time for y'all. Peace. You must try to ignore